In this culture, there is a philosophy so deeply ingrained that people will often quit a stable, high-paying job solely because the atmosphere has become too serious and lacks joy. Imagine standing in the center of a bustling metropolis where the humidity wraps around you like a heavy blanket, and the air vibrates with the roar of engines and the sizzle of street food. In most major cities around the world, this level of chaos breeds aggression. You would expect to see furrowed brows, hear the sharp honking of horns in anger, and feel the crushing weight of stress as millions of people rush to meet deadlines. But here, amidst the gridlock and the sweltering heat, you look into the window of a taxi and see the driver laughing into his phone. You look at the street vendor sweating over a flaming wok, and she catches your eye, not with a look of exhaustion, but with a beaming, mischievous grin that seems to ask, "Isn't this chaotic life wonderful?" This is not accidental, it is not naivety, nor is it a lack of discipline, it is not weakness. It is an ancient, calculated, and profound survival mechanism. You have stepped into a world where the primary metric of a life well lived is not your bank account balance, your job title, or your efficiency rating. Instead, the value of an action, a relationship, or even a career is measured by a single untranslatable question: is it fun? If the answer is no, the Thai spirit asks a simple, devastating question. Then why are we doing it? We are about to unravel the secret behind the land of smiles, a philosophy that challenges the Western obsession with productivity and suggests that perhaps, just perhaps, the point of being alive is simply to enjoy the ride. Welcome to Culture Journey. Today we are traveling to the golden heart of Southeast Asia, to the Kingdom of Thailand, to explore a concept that serves as the invisible heartbeat of the entire nation. A word whispered in boardrooms, shouted at festivals, and felt in the quiet moments of a village afternoon. That word is Sanuk. While dictionaries might simply translate Sanuk as fun or pleasure, these English words feel incredibly hollow compared to the weight the concept carries in Thai society. In the West, we often view fun as a reward, something you earn after the hard work is done. We separate our lives into work and play, treating them as oil and water. But in Thailand, Sanuk is the emulsifier that blends them together. It is the belief that satisfaction and enjoyment should not be the destination, but the vehicle itself. This cultural ethos is born from a rich tapestry of Theravada Buddhism, tropical geography, and a long history of agricultural community living. It is meaningful because it acts as a social lubricant in a stratified society, keeping conflict low and harmony high. To the Thai people, Sanuk is more than just having a good time. It is a spiritual shield against the inevitable hardships of existence. By weaving joy into the mundane, the heavy burdens of life become a little lighter to carry. So, let's pack our bags, leave our stress at the door, and step into a world where happiness is not a luxury, but a requirement. To truly understand Sanuk, we must first dismantle our rigid definitions of seriousness. In many cultures, looking serious is a sign of professionalism, intelligence, and importance. If you are laughing, you aren't working hard enough. Thailand flips this script entirely. Here, a person who cannot smile, who cannot inject a sense of playfulness into their duties, is often viewed with pity or suspicion. They are seen as lacking perspective. The roots of this go deep into the Buddhist understanding of impermanence. If life is fleeting and suffering is inherent to the human condition, then adding unnecessary misery through a sour attitude is seen as foolish. Why suffer twice? Once from the hard work and twice from complaining about it. Instead, Sanuk suggests we transform the work. This is why, if you walk past a construction site in Bangkok, you might hear loud pop music blasting and see workers joking with one another while carrying heavy loads. It is why nurses in hospitals might wear funny accessories to cheer up patients, or why a traffic police officer might dance while directing cars. They are not shirking their duties. They are infusing them with Sanuk to make the duty sustainable. If you were there, standing in that humid Bangkok street, what would be your first instinct? Would you feel frustrated by the noise, or would you try to find the rhythm in the chaos? It is a challenging shift in perspective for many of us, but it is the key to unlocking the Thai spirit. Sanuk does not exist in a vacuum. It is part of a holy trinity of Thai emotions that govern daily life, functioning alongside two other pillars, Sabai and Mai Pen Rai. Understanding how these three interact is crucial to understanding the Thai soul. While Sanuk is the active pursuit of pleasure and fun, Sabai is the state of being relaxed, comfortable, and tranquil. It is the feeling of a cool breeze on a hot day, or the sensation of wearing loose cotton clothes. Then there is the legendary phrase, Mai Pen Rai, which loosely translates to, "It doesn't matter, never mind," or "don't worry about it." Imagine a waiter drops a plate of food. In a high-stress Western restaurant, the chef might scream, the waiter might panic, and the atmosphere would shatter. In a local Thai shop, the response is often a collective, Mai Pen Rai. The plate is broken. Shouting will not unbreak it. The stress would destroy the Sabai and ruin the Sanuk vibe. So the mistake is forgiven instantly to preserve the emotional harmony of the group. This interplay creates a society that is incredibly resilient. When a crisis hits, be it a flood, a political protest, or an economic downturn, outsiders are often baffled by how calm the Thai people remain. They might even crack jokes about the situation. This isn't denial. It is Sanuk in action. It is a refusal to let external circumstances dictate internal happiness. It is a profound resilience that says, the world may be falling apart, but we are still here, and we can still smile. This philosophy fundamentally alters how human beings interact with one another. In Thailand, social interactions are viewed as a game that everyone should enjoy playing. Flirting, teasing, and light-hearted banter are the norm, even in professional settings. This is often confusing for foreigners who might interpret a smile or a giggle during a serious business negotiation as a sign of disrespect or lack of comprehension. Did you know that in the Thai language, there are distinct names for at least 13 different types of smiles? This is known as the yim. There is the yim thak thai, the yim su, and even the yim yai yai. The smile is the vehicle of Sanuk. It preserves face, another critical Asian concept. To show anger or frustration is to lose face, which is humiliating for you and uncomfortable for everyone watching. Therefore, Sanuk becomes a tool of diplomacy. If you can make your boss laugh while delivering bad news, you have mastered the art. If you can turn a tense negotiation into a friendly meal, you have succeeded. Think about your own life for a moment. Have you ever had a colleague who could diffuse a tense meeting just by making a well-timed joke? That person was unknowingly practicing Sanuk. They understood that a relaxed room is a productive room. In Thailand, this isn't just a personality quirk, it is a cultural mandate. There is no greater manifestation of this spirit than the Songkran festival, the Thai New Year. In April, the hottest month of the year, the entire country transforms into a playground. What begins as a respectful tradition of pouring scented water over the hands of elders and Buddha statues to wash away bad luck evolves into the world's largest water fight. Bankers in suits, street vendors, children, grandmothers, and tourists all arm themselves with water guns, buckets, and hoses. For 3 days, the social hierarchy dissolves. The CEO gets soaked just as much as the intern. The barriers between people are washed away in a deluge of water and laughter. It is pure, undiluted Sanuk. But look closer at Songkran, and you see the balance. It is not just chaos, it is a release. The heat in April is unbearable, so the water is a mercy. The year has been long and hard, so the play is a necessary reset. It shows that in Thailand, tradition does not have to be solemn to be sacred. Reverence and playfulness can hold hands. However, we must be honest explorers. No culture is perfect, and even Sanuk has its complexities in the modern world. As Thailand rapidly modernizes, with the pressures of the global economy, urbanization and digital addiction, the spirit of Sanuk is being tested. The younger generation in Bangkok faces intense competition for jobs. The cost of living is rising. Can you really say, Mai Pen Rai, when you can't pay the rent? Can you find Sanuk in a 12-hour shift in a factory? Interestingly, rather than abandoning Sanuk, the culture seems to be adapting it. You see it in the rise of colorful, incredibly creative marketing campaigns. You see it in the explosion of Thai pop culture and cinema, which often blends tear-jerking tragedy with slapstick comedy. You see it in the way Thai netizens dominate social media with humor and memes that turn political tension into a digital joke. There is also a shadow side to Sanuk that honest observers note. Sometimes, the compulsion to keep things fun can lead to avoiding necessary difficult conversations. Problems can be swept under the rug because addressing them would ruin the vibe. It can create a culture where deep structural issues are ignored in favor of superficial harmony. Yet, despite these challenges, the core truth remains. The Thai people have decided that a life without joy is not a life worth living. They have prioritized the human experience over the industrial output. Travelers often arrive in Thailand expecting paradise, and they find it, not just in the beaches or the temples, but in the attitude of the people. It forces us to look in the mirror. How much of our own stress is self-imposed? How often do we delay happiness for a future that is not guaranteed? If you were to adopt just 10% of the Sanuk philosophy into your own life starting tomorrow, what would change? Maybe you wouldn't honk your horn in traffic. Maybe you would laugh when the printer jams. Maybe you would realize that being professional doesn't mean being robotic. The spirit of Sanuk teaches us that lightness is not a weakness. It is a strength. It takes immense inner strength to smile when life is hard. It takes wisdom to realize that anger solves nothing. The Thai people know something that the rest of the world is desperately trying to relearn, that the present moment is all we have, so we might as well make it beautiful. As the sun sets over the Chao Phraya River, painting the sky in strokes of violent purple and burnt orange, the city of Bangkok does not wind down. It simply changes its rhythm. The temples glow with golden light, and the night markets erupt into a symphony of smells and sounds. This is the enduring image of Thailand, a place where the sacred and the profane, the ancient and the modern, dance together in a state of perpetual enjoyment. Our journey through the concept of Sanuk reveals a profound truth about the human condition. We often mistake seriousness for depth, assuming that if something is important, it must be solemn. But Thailand teaches us that joy is perhaps the most serious business of all. Sanuk is not about ignoring the darkness of the world. It is about lighting a candle of laughter in the middle of it. It is a defiance against despair. By valuing social harmony, emotional well-being, and the simple pleasure of the moment, the Thai people have cultivated a resilience that has allowed their culture to survive and thrive for centuries. They remind us that while we cannot control what happens to us, we have absolute control over how we react to it. And given the choice between reacting with anger or reacting with a smile, the spirit of Sanuk gently suggests that the smile is always the wiser option. Every culture is a mirror of the human soul, and the journey to understand it may never truly end. But perhaps, after today, we can all look into that mirror a little differently, with a little less scrutiny and a little more Sanuk. Our journey into the Thai spirit ends here, but the practice of Sanuk can begin right where you are. This channel is built on the belief that understanding others is the best way to understand ourselves. If this story shifted your perspective or brought a rare moment of calm to your busy day, you are welcome to stay with us. Consider joining our community of explorers by subscribing, not just to watch, but to travel deeper into the human experience. We also invite you to share your voice below. Have you ever found joy in a difficult moment? Your stories help us learn too. Until we meet again on the next path, travel gently, and don't forget to smile.